Did y'all miss me? Alright, so we got a new video today. It is going to be about my new home defense shotgun.
I got the shotgun. Got the briefcase. It's on the game though, right?
It is not the previous one that I did a video on, and there's a reason for that. I'm gonna get into that later. But we're gonna start off with some of the pros of choosing a shotgun for home defense in general over, let's say, a rifle or a pistol. We'll get into my personal evolution of shotguns and how I came to the most recent one that I have, the one that I would use for home defense. And then we will finish out with a couple techniques of how I run the shotgun that I got, why I set it up the way I set it up. But we'll get into all that good stuff. But before we get there, got two important things. One, first and foremost, every shotgun in the video is clear, so don't freak out. Secondly, remember to like the video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and anything else you can think of to drive traffic to the channel. I appreciate you. Let's get into it. Let's get into the pros of why you might choose a shotgun over a pistol or a rifle in a home defense type of scenario. So first and foremost, they are extremely effective. So especially if you're running buckshot, I run double-aught buckshot in my shotgun. It's 9 pellets per trigger pull. So each time you pull the trigger, you got nine pellets going in that direction. And for the sake of, you know, home defense, those distances aren't going to be extremely long unless you live in like a crazy big mansion. But for most of us, you will definitely be highly effective with a shotgun. Especially running buckshot. So that's one thing. Two is they're relatively easy to run. So whether you do a pump action, which is simple, reliable, especially if you get a good one, or even if you do something like a semi-auto, assuming you also get a good quality semi-auto, then you will notice one less step that you have to do. You don't necessarily have to pump the shotgun. Well, you don't have to pump it at all. Also, you will notice a reduced recoil by quite a bit. I would say maybe around 25% less recoil than your standard pump action shotgun. So those are some more pros. Additionally, just from a jury bias standpoint, if you ever had to use your shotgun in a home defense scenario, you might likely end up in front of a jury and you have to defend yourself or have someone, your attorney, defend you. And this is something, a concept that's actually relatively new to me that I actually saw in a video. I'm gonna link this other video in the description, so check this out. But the gentleman was saying essentially that you may have to explain each use of force, so to speak, which is each trigger pull. Now, at least if you are pulling the trigger of a shotgun, each time you've got 9 pellets, assuming you use buckshot, going in the direction of whatever that threat may be. So per trigger pull, you are significantly more effective than each time you pull the trigger of a pistol. You got 1 pistol round, or a rifle, you got 1 rifle round, whereas a shotgun, you got 9. So that's a lot easier to explain. Plus the fact, juries typically, there's been studies that show they are more favorable to the usage of shotguns than the scary AR-15. So those are just a few of the pros of using a shotgun and why I personally like them for a home defense scenario specifically. So if you have been around the channel for a while, you probably guessed as we get into my evolution of my own home defense shotguns what the main one was, or the first one that I really used for a home defense scenario. Not the first shotgun I got, but just the one I thought about for that, and that is the Keltec KSG. Now, there are a lot of things that I like about this gun, particularly the setup or the concept behind it. I love that it's a bullpup. I love that the shells eject straight down out the bottom, so it's really easy to use left-handed or right-handed. Additionally, it's got 2 tubes, and each tube holds 7 shells, assuming you got the 2 3/4 shells. If it's the 3-inch shells, you got 6 per tube. So at most you can hold 15, so 7 per tube, 1 in the chamber, total of 15. And like I said, it's really short, as you can see, compact, But why did I stop using it? Why did I switch away from it? So I was having good experiences with it for the most part. And one time I went out to the range, this thing wouldn't eject the shells, wouldn't fire. I had multiple problems. Dropping the hammer, but it's not going off. And not only, that's the failure to fire, right? But not only is it not going off, we have a failure to eject. Because when I rack the slide, it's not taking that one out. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and this is after I cleaned it, because you can see it's fresh oil and shit in there.
Yeah.
So I took it apart, I cleaned it. So we can say definitively, this shit is broken. I did try different ammos as well, just to confirm that it wasn't actually just poor quality ammo that I was using. I tried a few different batches from different manufacturers, had the same issues. Now ultimately I had to send this Keltec back. I think they did some work to replace excuse me, the firing pin and the extractor. It does work, but I'm the type of guy that, you know, you get one first impression, and if it doesn't work and I send it back, you send it back to me, sure, it may be repaired. I'm just not going to feel confident in it anymore. So that was shotgun number one. I'm gonna link some video footage of it running before I sent it back for repair, so you can see it wasn't all bad. I had some good experience. I had some good times with it, but given the extractor issue and the firing pin issue, I had to switch to option number two. Okay, let's get into my second option that I transitioned to. Now, this is actually the first shotgun I ever purchased, but it was the second one that I had set up for home defense, and that is this bad boy right here. Maverick 88 by Mossberg. These things are amazing. I will say this, if you are tight on a budget and you want a pump action shotgun that's going to work all day, every day, but is still affordable, this is the way to go. The Maverick 88 is phenomenal. I picked one of these up some years back for 200 bucks. That's it. Now, a couple things I did change. Obviously, I added a light here on the front, right here, so I can kind of activate that as need be. Side saddle with 6 shells. And just for reference, this is a 5+1 shotgun, so 5 in the tube, 1 in the chamber. And I switched this out. This was probably one of my favorite upgrades. I cannot tell you what company this is right off. It's got like a chest piece logo, but this is a phenomenal stock. Previously, I had the ATI folding stock, which was cool because it allowed me to shoot at pistol grip. I'll link some footage of that as well. But it was big, kind of in the way of my eyesight, and when I actually folded it down to use it, the stock felt like it was hella far away from me, so I didn't like that too much. Put this on there. It's a tactical pistol grip with an adjustable stock, very much like an AR-15 style type stock, and a very good butt pad. So highly recommend this, and I really have nothing bad to say about it. It has run consistently, it works, I love it, and it's affordable. Now, the only reason I transitioned away from it was a combination of capacity and, I'm gonna say, user friendliness. So we're gonna get into that next, but let's go into option 3, which is my final and current option for home defense shotgun. Option 3 is here, my final, my current, my pride and joy, my baby. My home defense shotgun is none other than the Beretta A300 Ultima Patrol. You see how I got it set up, got a couple side saddles, a light, a sling. I love this gun for a number of reasons. First and foremost, the controls are massive. Can't miss this. Additionally, this texturing here is extremely aggressive, which is perfect for high stress situation, if your hands are sweaty or whatever, you will not lose a grip on this. So that's cool. Love the fact that it comes with a Picatinny rail up here up top. So if you wanted to mount a red dot, you can. Personally, I didn't find it necessary, especially in the shorter distances of a home defense scenario. I do like these ghost ring sights that it comes with. But if you want that, you go ahead. It already comes with the pick rail ready for you to use. It does have, as you can see, QD mounts, which is one of my only gripes with this gun, is that, really just my only gripe, these QD mounts that came on the gun up here in the front were a little bit too large to actually be usable with any QD attachments. So that's why you'll see in this strip of M-LOK here on this side, I had to install my own BCM QD attachment point because this one wouldn't actually retain the pin itself. So that's my only gripe there. That was a simple fix. Now I told you I'd tell you kind of why I set it up this way and what upgrades I made. So I set this up first and foremost with a sling in general for weapons retention. So as you navigate throughout the house, maybe if you don't need to use your weapon but you want to keep it with you, that will allow you to do that. Also, you don't want anyone taking your gun from you. That would be a very bad day and hella embarrassing. So got a sling for weapons retention. Additionally, I recommend having a light on your home defense gun and your carry gun. Really, any gun that you foresee yourself potentially having to use in a self-defense scenario needs a light. So you can identify who who the threat is, or if they are even a threat in general. You want to make sure it's not just your family member over there that got out of bed and you didn't know about it. So I have a light here. It's conveniently placed. So as I hold this, I can click that right there with my index finger. Like I said, this is a semi-auto shotgun, so I don't need to pump it. So I have that there. Then additionally, you'll see I have two side saddles. One on this side. Got 6 shells there and 4 shells there. It's kind of the maximum that would comfortably fit in those areas. Now I have them on these sides of the gun for a reason. I also have them oriented in the down position for a reason. And that is, as you're using the gun, one technique, since it is longer, this is a long gun, you can come over the shoulder here with the stock, shorten the overall distance here. So if you need to move around hallways, through doorways or whatever, and you don't want that gun sticking way out here, you can shorten it that much by doing this. You can also shoot from this position, so long as you use what's known as the push-pull method. And if you don't know what that is, look it up before you try that, because you do not want to catch this ghost ring sight in your teeth. That would not be a fun day. So you can use the push-pull method if you need to shoot from here. But the main reason, what I want to show you, is the orientation and setup of the shell holders is geared towards quick reloading, or at least as quick as possible. So if you run out, I have the shells oriented in the down position here. I simply pop it out one by one, and I can load it that way. And then should I run out of these 6 here, which would be a terrible day, I got an additional 4 right here the same way. I can just kind of grab and go, and no issue. So that's how I have my home defense shotgun set up. That is why I place certain things in certain areas. That's what my recommendation is to you, but you've got to know your own level of comfortability, your own budget, your own home setup. But these are just a few of the decisions that I made for my personal setup and how I got to them. So I want to hear from you in the comment section. What is your home defense shotgun, assuming you're running one? If you're not running a shotgun for home defense, what are you running and what version of it? So what pistol, what rifle are you going with, and why? Tell us the why. Make your case for why your choice is the best. I want to hear it. All right, make sure you like the video, hit that notification bell, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you on the next video.